Hi, this is the Gypsy Rover, and we're just on our Haunted Hunter's Cabin War Games walk. And we'll show you. We're up here on Elm Street in Wyerton, Ontario. And just to see the sign there. And so take it up closer, that way they can see it, because I'm too far back. See, I can see the road, right? The gravel. So that way I'm not shining. So the end right there. And we'll go to this side so you guys can see the whole name. So that's to all the Fred heads too. Also to when I'm talking, it may look like I'm talking to myself, but there's people that follow in between. See, right there, Robert Wayne. Hi, how you doing? So anyhow, we're on a hunter's cabin walk through, and we're just on our way down Elm Street, Wyerton, Ontario. And yeah, we do have one. Be surprised what I find around here. And so we're gonna keep you directed straight down. And if I've got enough battery till we get to the end of Elm Street, we should be bypassing some old bushes, and I'll just get the back side here if I can, and that kind of thing. But again, we were only filming from the road. Somebody's lights out, and so anyhow, you can see just kind of the back of it where the Elm Street house is. So again, just got his garage, so I didn't get his front window. And because I'm on the public street here, so we're gonna keep walking down this public road. And anyhow, we'll look at some of the bushes over here. And you can tell it's really pitch black out here. And that, I hope Freddy doesn't jump out of those bushes anytime soon. And so anyhow, man, she's really pitch black. And now if I can see that glimpse of the house back in there, there we go. You guys can see that. It's a white house, nice one. It's an old Amish farm. This is the actual street, guys, where the original, not the colored version, the original black and white Nightmare on Elm Street was filmed before the colored version came out, which is really old. I'm too young to remember that one, but my grandparents remember that one. And so that's why I said this time at night too. So sometimes it's good. It's kind of dead. So again, those are the bushes and that. Usually I would wear sunshades tonight with the brightness of the light, but that's what I said. So again, we're getting here right down here. And so we're just bypassing this part here, and we're gonna probably come up to a path to where the hospital sits. We're gonna go right past the hospital, which is the mortuary. Nice thing to put on Elm Street. Like I said, there's not really much for houses on here. A lot of them are old abandoned farm. Well, not abandoned farms. People living in them now, but at one time they were. And so we go straight down. We're going straight down the street here, and also too, you seen us over at Blue Water Park earlier today, and that kind of stuff. So again, this is part of the Haunted Hunter's Cabin, Cabin 13 War Games, chessboard War Games. And again, we played a couple of rounds of Call of Duty, Hunter's Cabin, and that kind of stuff. So we'll be picking those up again too. And so anyhow, here's the other vacant lot over here. Again, we're still on Elm Street over here, and that kind of thing. So, so I'll turn that over, and you look way back in there. That is all vacant field and bushes and that kind of stuff. And that nice flowers this time of year. And I take it Freddy's not home today. I wouldn't be walking down here like this. So again, we got nice cars. That also turns over to Brown Street. But we're gonna keep on going as long as my battery holds out, because I know my battery does die out quick for some reason. So okay, there's the Brown Street sign, but we're still on. That's going that way, but and that. So in there you got some nice. This is the part, guys, of the Haunted Hunter's Cabin walk's gonna freak you guys out in a minute. There's the Haunted Hunter's Cabin trail and path. That actually goes right out to Sauble Beach, by the way. And coming up here is for all you horror movie fans like myself. And again, we were still on Elm Street. And right here on Elm Street is the Elm Street Cemetery. And that, so this is the Haunted Hunter's Cabin Cemetery. It totally has a different name to it, but again, I named the replicacy to it for these shows alone. Just kind of give a little bit of scare into you, and that, so you guys can see that there. And again, there's a lot of bushes and that kind of stuff. So we're just walking down the public road, and that pretty soon we're making our way down to Taylor and Scott. And so again, look, there's look at the Elm Street trees. They're like, they're tall, and one of them looks like Freddy's claw, really. If you look at the way it's split. And oh, the gates are still open. I don't think and that. Usually they lock up the gates, but if you look in there, that goes right into the cemetery, guys. There's the front gates, and so you guys can see that, and some of the trees there, and which will actually take us right down to the church here. So again, like I said, we're on the public road, so oh, sewage grate. And that, so see how long my battery will hold out if I can chance it going all the way down Taylor Street. So again, you guys look in there. So again, the bushes are getting a lot shorter here, so you guys can see we're still on Elm Street, and we're just bypassing the Elm Street Cemetery and that kind of stuff there. And you guys look way up there. There's the office building up there. People are probably still working tonight, and that kind of stuff, and finishing up paperwork and that kind of stuff. And that, so Halloween time, guys. It's more spookier around Halloween time, eh? You guys ever see this in the dark on October 31st? And so anyhow, this is the Dark Haunted Hunter's Cabin walk, and down Elm Street, which is Haunted Cabin Road and that kind of thing. And so far, I hope we don't bang into any Nightmare on Elm Street characters like Freddy Krueger. Every town has one of these streets, by the way. You've seen at the beginning there. Just stop and take a good look at those lights over there. And the roadway goes all the way in. It's probably looking like a couple 100 acres over there, and that kind of stuff. Water plant, one of the hydro plantations, and that kind of stuff too. So again, you guys can one last look. And over there, I check the bushes, make sure nobody's jumping out at me. There's zombies. And over here, we just get into some townhouses and that kind of stuff. And so again, we're still on Elm Street here, and we're just making our way down to Taylor, and just coming off of Elm Street, and so we just thought we'd do a big check-in, and you guys look down there. Again, we can only show you down the roadways and that kind of stuff, even though they are still open. And that, so I can only live stream from the roadway here, but again, from outside the gates and that kind of stuff. So that way you can just live stream down there, so that way you guys can see and that. So again, I'm on a public road here, so I'm straight. And that, so anyhow, just to prove that you guys that I'm still on Elm Street, and so I'll give you the sign here, which is going now. See Elm Street right there, ELMST, going this way, and which goes straight towards Owen Sound and Hepworth. So again, there is Elm Street. Take a mugshot of that, and this is Wiarton, Ontario, South Bruce Peninsula, and we are now just heading down onto Taylor Street, which is going towards Blue Water Park, and the other sign's not important. It says the Salvation Army on it. Like they need their own street sign, like they need a hole in their head. Which again goes right past the Sally Inn, so. So again, right here, we're actually now on the rest of the Dark Haunted Hunter's Cabin Road, and which is going to right down to Blue Water Park. I hope I have enough battery to keep them on live, so that way I can show them the Wicker Square and that. But if not, then they've seen pictures of it, because I got pictures of it on Facebook. So again, we're just going straight on down. Now we're off of Elm Street, and so we're just on Taylor. And again, this is one of the back part of Wiarton, the dark side of Wiarton. Look at somebody paved their driveway. Let's walk in our bare feet and see if it sticks to our bare feet. And that. And see, like Cody couldn't even do this. He freaks out too much. He would have had to do this at 12 o'clock at night. It's only like 10 o'clock. Which is way darker at 12:30 at night, especially Halloween night. Is anybody spooked out yet? Anybody getting the goosebumps in their spines? So anyhow, this is not part of the Dark Hunter's Cabin Road, but I'm going to shine down the other road. And so anyhow, you guys can see we're bypassing the Sally Ann down there. So see, and the meeting place is way back in there. And so Sally Ann is a big yellow building at the end of the street, and that is on some other street that has no name. And again, we're on the Hunter Cabin Road, going still straight down, and we'll pretty soon we're going to bypass the arena. I just hope that this holds out and that kind of thing. Now we're coming to Frank Street, which is one of the most busiest streets, guys. So again, we really have to watch ourselves on Frank Street, because everybody goes over 100 miles an hour when they're supposed to slow down coming in off the highway, but they don't. Unless you guys like Haunted Hunter Cabin pancakes for breakfast, be my guest. And that's so. Like I said, so again, it's a wonderful night for a walk, and again, we're just taking you down the Hunter Cabin Road, and which is actually part of the Dark Hunter's Cabin walk into Hunter's Cabin. And again, there's a Water Plantation Road. If I've got enough live stream on here, battery, I can keep you live, hoping I don't run out of battery. Hope it holds out, because we got further down to go. And there's also the bridge in Wicker Square that you seen earlier. Today you seen I was standing on the Haunted Hunter's Cabin Bridge, which is the Grey Bruce Trail Bridge. And the Wicker Square is over by Wiarton Willie's cage, so which has got the square the circle, and it's got the cross, which is like a star shape, which is north, south, east, and west. And then it finishes off down just by where the old food land is in the liquor store. So again, and my apartment building is a replicant of Haunt and Hunter's Cabin. There's a little red building in behind that was a replicant too last year, which is a little store shack. But again, we'll get a quick glimpse of that if excuse me, if I got enough battery space. Again, we're just waiting to see if there's any more followers. But you can see how I get the followers come across. So people come in and they follow, they ask questions and that kind of stuff. And so again, point that down the road. Don't want to give anybody a blind spot. And taxi cab coming. Yeah, not bad for the Hunter Cabin road. We always got taxi cabs going down. It's the busiest road, especially this time of year. And so anyhow, it's a lovely night for a walk, guys. It's really nice out here. It's a nice breezy chilly right when we get down towards the water, and that. And also too, make sure you like and share and comment below. And if you like my tales from like the tales from the Crypt Quarter, it's in the icons and a little magic wand, and that kind of stuff. So there's like icon apps or whatever. Really, really cool. Like, I guess you can call them filters, but and also too, I know that Michael Klotz and the MFers are out in Lorado, Ontario, wherever that is, in an old haunted farm mansion, and I guess they're doing a big ghost scan in there, a big ghost walk, and they were started tonight and tomorrow night. Today's the 16th, right? Yeah, today's the 16th, tomorrow's 17th. So again, it is a 2-night ghost scam or ghost hunt, and so I'm wishing him luck on that. I kind of came on the same time as he did to bring you these haunted walks and that kind of thing for Haunt and Hunter's Cabin, and also too, we will get back into playing some of the Hunter's Cabin, Call of Duty Hunter's Cabin and that kind of thing tomorrow night and that kind of stuff too. So and that, so that is kind of cool too. And so anyhow, again, we got another busy. We're at Frank Street now, one of the busy streets where everybody drives like animals coming into town. It is Ontario. Nobody knows how to slow down. So I'm doing pretty good. I'm holding out pretty good. And for battery timing, going as fast as I can. Make sure I don't get hit here. And so you look down there, guys. That's Frank Street there. Green light down there. We're crossing Frank Street. Still going down the Hunter Cabin Road. And that's so. I mean, we're just coming up to a hockey arena at the end of the Hunter's Cabin Road, which is actually part of Taylor and Scott Street and George. And again, I thought that was the Headhunter Riders for a minute there, sneaking up on me. Since our war mission challenge is to go hunt them down and take back Hunter's Cabin, and so again, we got our big haunted house coming up, Halloween night, and so that'll be in the dark as well, like it is now. Again, with no flashlight and that kind of stuff. So again, these are part of the show series and that kind of stuff too. So again, we're gonna come down this way, and man, she's really getting pitch black now. Man, she's really getting black out, and which actually joins into my paper route and that. I know who lives there. Addison. So anyhow, we're just out for the walk, and we're crisscrossing the. We're actually coming to the part where we're going to crisscross the Wicca Square, and which is the most dangerous part to cross, especially at this time of night, because this is the part where everybody loses their heads. I don't think I'm gonna show you that one. So again, there's guys, there's the hockey arena right at the end of the Haunted Hunter's Cabin roadway, and we're going down through Blue Water Park, which is going to go on the Haunted Hunter's Cabin trail. And if I've got enough battery, if we hold out here, and I hope we do. And we're almost finished, and that. Because our challenger last year, what was it, would walk too slow, wouldn't be able to keep up, and that is okay. So and then I would have been out of battery time too. And so anyhow, my battery's holding out pretty good here. I still hope it keeps holding out. And so anyhow, we're actually now getting to the point. Oh, there's a nice house there. There's a really, really nice one. They're probably gone away for the summer. And that. So again, like I said, this is Haunted Hunter's Cabin roadway and pathway. Well, we're coming to the trail now. Hunter's Cabin path and trail, and which is going to take you across the Haunted Hunter's Cabin bridge. We're okay to go through the park, right? Yeah. Okay. And that kind of thing. Anyhow, there's the skateboard park where it's going to be. Missing Pussycat. Probably became Chinese food. So there's a close-up of the park there, guys. It's going to be skateboard park in the middle of Hunter's Cabin. Trail and pathway. And well, she's really pitch black in here now, guys. And oh, she's really dark, guys. Hope you don't frighten out. So again, we're coming down the pathway, and then we're going to show you the Wicca Square. We have to keep our voices down because the campers may be sleeping. The tourists? We don't want to scare the tourists with this Hunter's Cabin story. They won't like that too well. So anyhow, she is dark in here. I'm glad I'm getting this done before the carnies get here for the fair. Talking about the fair, while we're here, guys, this is replicancy of Haunted Hunter's Cabin pathway and trail and bridge. And by the way, this is where the August the 1st fair weekend sets up, is all along in here. There's the pavilions, and Canada Day will set up July 1st, way over by the Ball Diamond there, and that kind of thing. And anybody getting spooked out yet? And see if there's I'm surprised I don't have any more followers coming in yet tonight, but we will shortly. So just like I said, like and share and comment, leave your reaction below. And so anyhow, there may be a part when we get closer to the Wicca Square there we'll pull back the camera, because there might be kids out playing and that kind of thing. We want to avoid different. So over there, guys, is where Camp Oh My God is coming from for these war games, and that. So again, it is called Camp Oh My God, and that kind of thing, which is still part of the Palencia, guys. Really, it's another replicancy. So you can hear the water, and so hey, you look right across the bay there. Again, there's Sturgeon Bay. This is where you guys would actually see a floating upside down motorboat floating down the bay. So again, we're on the Hunter Cabin Bridge, going across the bay. So again, you guys get another look over there. And there's usually upside down float, and upside down boats and that kind of stuff. And that, oh, what's that thing over there? Oh, okay, it was geese. I thought maybe that was one of the headless headhunters creeping up on me there for a minute. Don't forget, if it was Ian, he's a witch. He can do anything he wanted to. And there's the moon, quarter moon. Thank you for your input. So that was Ian. And that. So again, I'm just going to switch the camera back here for a minute. And we're going to go down this way. And then across over. And so again, how is everybody keeping? And just making sure everybody's still with me here. And we're gonna go down, cut across this way, and that kind of stuff too. So we're gonna. You can tell we're on cabins, tents 6 and 7, 7 and 11 and 12, because we haven't even got our cabin 13 yet, because the only way we get into cabin 13 is by nightfall, which is now. And there's no portal Johnny on the spot in cabin 13 territory because of the fact that there's hydro issues. And so anyhow, tourists beeping at me, don't even know me. I think they're getting freaked out with this story now. So again, there's that. So somebody's over there playing on the ball diamond already. And so anyhow, we're going to continue over to the Wicker Square. But we're going to actually show you where the Wicker Square is. And so you look over there, guys. There's more boat lofts. Over there on the Hunter Cabin Road and Trail is Dockside Willie's. Nice, beautiful restaurant. Okay. Man, ghost freaking me out. And I'd show you the tourist center, but we'll show you the opposite side of it. And that kind of thing. And so anyhow, there we are there. We'll block that side out with that. So again, reversing back, and we're gonna take you over by Willie's cage over here. Lucky Ducky gets to sit by Hunter's cabin. He's like literally guarding the thing. If we can get you a view of the Wicker Square over here, it is in the ground imprint. And that, so just follow the Wicker Road. I always like that one. And surprisingly, we don't have a lot of people tonight. Usually I have about 50 or 60, but that is okay. They may pop in a little bit later. And so anyhow, yeah, this is the Dark Haunted Hunter's Cabin walkway and trail. And the path will finish off right when we cross the Wicker Square. So we haven't even got to the Wicker Square yet. And which we're just coming to. And so anyhow, we're just going to keep focused on the square here. So the middle of the pentagram here, which is the Wicker Square, so you guys can see right there, goes around in a circle, and in between there is a square, and in the middle you have the X, which is like represents a star, so which is your north, south, east, and west. And so if you face the north-south side of the Wicker Square, Hunter's Cabin will go north-south side, and that's over by the campgrounds. and that kind of that way. So this way, if you check this way, you have to determine which direction the headless head hunters are riding from. So, and there's our Wicker Square guard. So again, this is pretty good. It's holding out this long. So again, we're now on the main drag. So that's where the pathway finishes. So we cut across the hunter's cabin pathway and into the north-south side trail of Haunted Hunter's Cabin, which faces a quarter moon. Supposed to face the full moon, but it's only a quarter. And so we take this dirt path, which will lead us right up to Hunter's Cabin. So again, I'm still going north-south side of the Wicker Square, so it's just taking us up towards the new replica of Hunter's Cabin. The real one you guys do not ever want to go see or test out, because that place is really spooky. This is just a replica. So again, this is just a countdown. And so we keep going this way, which is actually brings us right to back to square one. usually would have the actual game usually would have started right at the Freemason Hall and go all the way up and around, but I would have been out of battery time that way. And they're in session 2. So again, this is taking to the finishing off the Hunter Cabin north-south side trail, and crossing the Hunter's Cabin Water Plantation Road, which has a real street name to it, which is a replica set up, and that kind of stuff too. Considering there's no people out, we will actually, in behind there, guys, is a replica. As the little red building in behind is a replica of Hunter's Cabin, is that little red store building. But again, it's inhabited tonight, so we will not take you up to the borderline of the park. I'll have to show you where the little garbage shed is. Down there is the Water Plantation Road. Hunter's good. That's the dog crap. Down there is the Haunted Hunter's Cabin, Water Plantation Road. Replica to another street, and that goes all the way down to the Water Plantation. And so thank you for joining in, and we'll catch you guys later. This was a Gypsy Rover. Catch you later. Nighty night.